Hi, this is Brian McLaughlin in Precision Boxing and Mixed Martial Arts. And today we're going to be looking at some ways to trap the arm and get to our rear naked choke from the back mount. So here I have Oliver. General control from the back, over and under, head on the opposite side of the over. When I'm here, first thing I'm always going to look to do is take out the hand on the underhook side. So I'm just going to grab at the pinky. You'll always like to grab at the pinky so that if they extend the arm, you can still follow. If you grab at the wrist, oftentimes when you extend the arm, you lose control. So I'm going to grab at the wrist. I'm going to shift my weight to the side I'm holding. When I do this, I make a slight adjustment with my feet. Some people like to body triangle, and that's fine. The only problem with the body triangle from this position is that you have to undo the leg anyway to trap the arm. So I come here, and first thing I'm going to do is what I call the BJ Penn arm trap. BJ Penn uses very effectively during his lightweight UFC run. I'm going to take my arm and just attack a rear naked choke. Oliver's going to reach far down by my wrist, and he's going to do the natural thing, pull the arm away. I resist the pull, I resist the pull, I go with the pull. As I do that, I open the drawbridge and I close the drawbridge. As soon as I do that, I have two methods of securing the arm here. I can either just simply cross my wrist and pinch my knees, or cross my ankles rather, and pinch my knees when I cross the ankle. I always make sure trapping ankle is on bottom. And I generally like this for broader opponents. Since Oliver's a little thin, he could still potentially have some space where he could bring that arm in. Now, perhaps that buys me enough time to get the choke, but perhaps it doesn't. So what I like to do on sometimes more slender opponents is I take my shoelaces and I handcuff. I put it behind the back. When I go behind the back, you just turn a little. I'm looking to go all the way to the far hip, pressing my feet into his back and squeezing my knee tight. So now when he goes to extract the arm, it's very difficult. And then at this point, it's just your standard rear naked choke. I dig, 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 and I'm gonna finish one-handed. I take my hand, I put it right into the shoulder blade, drop my elbow, fire my deltoid to the back of his head as I pull my elbow backwards towards his shoulder. So let's look at that one more time. I get my back control. I fall to my underhook side. I adjust my feet. I take out the close hand, holding the pinky, push it down by the belly button. I attack with the rear naked. He pulls. I resist and then go with the pull. I trap the arm, either cross the ankles or put the foot to the back. I dig, 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 dig. Plant my fingers into the shoulder blade. I also like to cover the wrist with my chin. So if he does somehow free this and he goes to reach, he doesn't have a good angle to bite on. And then I simply drive the shoulder forward, pull the elbow backwards, and finish the choke. Another option from the same side involves what people are popularly calling the straight jacket or the cross grip arm trap. So in this scenario, I'm going to fall to my side. I'm going to make that same adjustment with my feet. Now, I'm going to roll, not just roll the wrist on this side, but I'm going to roll it on the other side. Then as I do that, I'm going to fight this hand under. So I get a cross grip control, but the two arms are parallel. That's why sometimes people call this the straight jacket. So I'm here, going to cross grip one, underneath, cross grip two. Once I get here, I'm looking to push the wrist lower than the line of my knee. Once it's lower than the line of my knee, I can easily trap the forearm, and then I can go to our standard trap that we reviewed before on the pinky. I dig, 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 and I get my choke. So let's look at that one more time. Begin here. I work my cross grip, roll the wrist, bring the wrist to below the level of my knee, trap the arm, transfer the hand, and choke. Now so far, these arm traps have been when I'm on my underhook side. That's my preferred way of attacking. However, sometimes your opponent will just naturally fall to the over side. And we want to make sure that we have attacks on this side as well. So what I'm going to do here is now I'm going to make that same wrist rolling motion, and I'm going to bring my palm to the ceiling. I'm going to make that leg adjustment I did before. I'm going to hook my own foot. So I hook the foot, I'm going to pull my foot all the way behind his back. Once Oliver's arm is behind his back, I can extract my arm while keeping his arm pinned. Now Oliver's going to continue to fight the grip. Now instead of attacking the thumb, I attack the pinky. I pry it off, I drive this across. What I like to do is I grab my bicep and I wait for him to try to free his arm. When he does, I let it go and I get my more traditional rear naked choke. I find that this arm trap's a little trickier to get, but that this choke is more secure. One more time, I have my over under. I fall to the side, I adjust my feet. I chop my hand down, I hook. One of my coaches used to call this the mission control trap because it very much resembles grabbing the mission control rubber guard position. I pull my foot behind, I squeeze my knees, I extract my arm, I look for his pinky. I remove it, I insert the choke, grab my bicep. When he fights his hand free, I let go. I come behind the head, I shrug and I squeeze. So let's look at these three once again. First, my standard by BJ Penn. I get my over under. I fall to my underside. I trap one-on-one. I go for the choke. He pulls away. I hook over the wrist, extract my arm, dig for the choke. One. Falling to the same side. I come underneath, roll the wrist. I look for my cross grip. I press the wrist low below the level of my knee. I hook with my foot, either cross or bring the foot behind. Transfer to the other hand. Take the choke in hand, dig, 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 dig. And finish. And then finally, we've been forced onto our choking side. I'm going to chop down, hook my foot, pull the foot behind, fight the pinky, dig the choke. Once he pulls away, come behind, and I finish my rear naked choke. And those are 3 arm traps from the back mount.